If you feel more confused now than when you started this journey, you thought understanding would bring clarity, that awareness would simplify things, that the more you learned, the more certain you'd become. But the opposite happened. You have more questions now than answers, more doubt than certainty, more confusion than clarity. And you wonder, am I going backward? Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Confusion is more honest than false clarity. False clarity is what you had before. Simple answers to complex questions. Black and white thinking in a world full of gray. Borrowed certainty from people who seemed sure. It felt good, safe, solid, but it was built on denial, on oversimplification, on refusing to see how complicated things actually are. Then something happened. You started questioning, looking deeper, seeing nuance you couldn't unsee. And the simple answers stopped working. Everything happens for a reason. But what about senseless suffering? Just think positive. But what about legitimate pain? Follow your passion. But what if you don't know what that is? The clarity you had, it couldn't hold the complexity you were seeing, so it shattered and you're left in confusion. But here's what's actually happening. You're not losing understanding, you're gaining honesty. You're admitting how much you don't know, how much is uncertain, how much can't be neatly categorized or easily explained. And yes, that feels like regression, like you're more lost now than before. But you're not more lost, you're more aware. Before you had a map, but the map was wrong. You followed it confidently in the wrong direction. Now you don't have a map, and that's terrifying. But at least you're not being confidently wrong anymore. You're being honestly uncertain. Most of what you were certain about, you borrowed it from parents, teachers, culture, religion, the internet. Someone handed you answers and you accepted them because having answers felt better than sitting with questions. But borrowed certainty isn't real knowing. It's just borrowed. Real knowing comes from confusion, from wrestling, from questioning until you find something that actually holds up under scrutiny. That process is messy, uncomfortable, confusing. But what emerges from it, that's yours, that's earned, that's real. Think of it like this. Children see the world in simple terms, good guys and bad guys, right and wrong, black and white. As you mature, you see complexity, gray areas, contradictions, paradoxes. That looks like confusion, but it's actually sophistication. You're not becoming dumber, you're becoming capable of holding complexity without needing to simplify it. So right now, you're in transition. Between the false clarity that was comfortable and the real understanding that's still forming. Between borrowed certainty and earned wisdom. Between simple answers and honest questions. And that gap, that uncomfortable, disorienting, confusing gap, that's where real growth happens. So stop trying to get back to clarity. Stop reaching for easy answers just to feel certain again. Sit in the confusion. Let it be messy. Let it be uncomfortable. Because confusion that's honest is worth more than clarity that's false. And the person who can say, I don't know with integrity, they're further along than the person who has all the answers, but none of them are true. You're not lost. You're between maps. The old one stopped working. The new one hasn't been drawn yet. And that's not failure. That's the only way forward. Confusion is more honest than false clarity. Stay confused, stay questioning, stay honest. The real clarity, the kind that's earned, not borrowed, it comes from this, not before it. This is the work. Welcome to it.